And I'm back. Hello, my name is Quan. Welcome back to my channel. I played some more Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke today. Apparently OBS didn't record any of my in-game commentary, so it's gonna be 100% voiceover. Rules are on the screen! And yeah. Anyways, voiceover aside, I continued on my adventure and I passed by Steven. I found a Wingull for an encounter, which I didn't want at first, but then I remembered that Pelipper can learn Protect. Could have used him for Norman on my first run. I also found a Linoone that didn't have Guts, so, kind of useless encounter. Winona's a flying type gym leader, so Machoke was unfortunately also useless. I switched her out for Electrike and quickly evolved him into a Manectric and taught him Thunderbolt because that line has a garbage move set. On my way to Fortree, I was blocked by a group of goons, forcing me to be a meddling kid once again. When I beat Shelly, the Aqua Goon admin, they all left and I was rewarded with a cast form. And then May caught up to me and challenged me to a battle. A lot easier than the third battle just because I have a wider variety of Pokemon, but yeah. Anyway, super easy battle. Marshtomp took Slugma out with 2 water guns. Grovyle came out next, obviously. So I switched Marshtomp out with Crobat. Because Crobat had Wing Attack completely annihilated Grovyle and Lombre. After the battle, May gave me HM Fly, super useful HM, and then I found out Scott was watching the whole time. That's kind of weird. I was still kind of struggling with what Pokemon to bring to Winona, so I grabbed Swablu and trained her up via the daycare. No chance was I gonna train a level 16 up to level 33. Oh, and also, just because a gym leader has a level 33 Altaria, doesn't mean that the player gets to have the same treatment. Swablu evolves at level 35. So, I debated on what my 6th Pokemon should be. I thought about coughing so I can potentially poison Altaria and tank Aerial Ace, but Poison Gas has, shit accuracy, so that's kind of out. So I just took Gyarados. Heading to the Fortree gym, I was blocked by an invisible barrier, so I ignored it and continued on. I had bigger things to worry about. My next encounter was Oddish, and I thought that maybe Poison Powder would have been better, but then I realized Altaria most likely outspeeds me, and knowing my luck, Oddish wouldn't survive to hit a Poison Powder. Steven was coincidentally waiting for me right by another invisible barrier, and he gave me something to see what was blocking my path. And I wasted no more time dilly-dallying. I went straight for Winona to potentially start my next run. Altaria Dragon Dance is very scary and a potential run ender, and it has been a run ender for a lot of people who've done Emerald Nuzlockes. Swablu came out first. I sent out Marshtomp. My plan was to bait as many of the Hyper Potions as I can before Altaria comes out. So I just spammed Tackle and hoped for the best. But Perish Song did come into play. That wasn't too bad. It just meant that I had to bait out the Swablu Hyper Potion before Perish Song fully took in effect. Aerial Ace does jack shit, and Marshtomp's Perish Song fell to 2. At this point, I debated on whether to switch out Marshtomp. I didn't know if I was gonna kill Swablu with the next tackle. I did go out for Gyarados. Gyarados has Dragon Rage. It does 40 base damage, I guess. It only does 40 damage. Swablu's Hyper Potion got triggered, which meant that Winona had 1 Hyper Potion left. Winona switches out Swablu for Tropius. I go for the Dragon Rage. Only does 40 damage. Always. So I spam Dragon Rage until it goes down to yellow. I didn't know if the Hyper Potion was going to get triggered, but Synthesis does. And I just kept spamming Dragon Rage at that point. Tropius used Sunny Day, which is bad because Tropius also has Solar Beam, and that would potentially do a lot of damage to Gyarados, but I risk it all. Tropius uses Aerial Ace, which means that I guess Aerial Ace does more damage. Dragon Rage kills, which meant that Winona still had one Hyper Potion left. Winona sends out Swablu. I didn't know what to do next. Sunlight is still strong, but that doesn't matter anymore. I used Dragon Rage because I want to see how much HP a level 29 Swablu has. It does more than half damage, which meant the next Dragon Rage killed. So I had to debate. Does Bite do more damage or Tackle? I chose Tackle, and it goes to the red. It uses Mirror Move and tackles me. It doesn't do anything because it missed. And yeah, I tackled again. Hyper Potion didn't get baited, which means that the AI only does one Hyper Potion or Potion per Pokemon. Pelipper comes out, it's gonna use Protect. It almost always uses Protect, so I use Leer because I want to save PP on Dragon Rage. Leer doesn't do shit because, again, Pelipper protected. I used Dragon Rage just to see how much HP Pelipper had. It's at half HP now, which meant that the next Dragon Rage would kill. Winona's Pelipper loves using Protect, which makes sense. The AI is trying to win, therefore Protect is very useful. I would do the same thing. Anyways, I was trying to see what, I guess, move would do less damage so I can, again, bait out the Hyper Potion. Supersonic misses, which is good for me. I use Bite next. It goes to the red and Pelipper flinches. I didn't know what to do. If Hyper Potion doesn't get triggered, then Pelipper dies. I send out Manectric, and I wait for the Hyper Potion, but Pelipper uses Supersonic instead, not the Hyper Potion thing. So I switch back to Gyarados, and I, again, just wait for the Hyper Potion to get triggered. Intimidate does cut Pelipper's attack, but I don't think it has any moves except for Aerial Ace that does physical attack damage. I have Gyarados use Tackle. Tackle doesn't kill, but the next Tackle does, which meant that there are 2 Pokemon left to fight, and I'm still trying to bait out a potential imaginary Hyper Potion. Winona sends out Skarmory, and at this point, I Dragon Rage again, same strat, see how much HP each Pokemon has, and go from there. Gyarados' accuracy fell, but that's okay because I switch out to Manectric. I think at this point I just gave up. I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna just kill the Skarmory and we'll move on. I use Thunderbolt and I take out Skarmory. So the only Pokemon that remained is Altaria with its Dragon Dance and its Earthquake and Aerial Ace that can potentially kill. First of all, it can kill Manectric with Earthquake alone, but Altaria is known for always doing Dragon Dance first. So, my plan, obviously based on what you saw, was Thunder Wave Altaria, get it paralyzed so it wouldn't have a chance. Well, it have a lower chance of getting paralyzed. It does get paralyzed, it can't move. I've tried and Thunderbolt my way through just because I felt like Dragon Dance was coming first. Dragon Dance did come first. I don't know why. I think Earthquake kills Manectric, but who knows? Maybe it's like triggered to only do Dragon Dance first. Gyarados comes out. Intimidate does get triggered, cutting Altaria's attack, rendering Dragon Dance useless except for the speed part. At this point, I do mirror. I have no idea why. I remember my plan just Dragon Raging through just because paralyzed and those things. Dragon Dance comes out. It's at +1 attack again. Gyarados used Dragon Rage, but it's not enough. Altaria uses Aerial Ace, a +1 attack. Altaria is able to do that much damage to a tanky Gyarados. I panic at this point. I send out Graveler, which, to be fair, I should have done that first. Graveler can take an Aerial Ace, but still does a lot of damage, a lot more than I expected. I send out a Rock Throw at Altaria, killing it. Again, I should have sent out Graveler first. And yeah, that's what happens when OBS doesn't record in-game commentary. That was painful. I vow to always make sure my recording stuff is all good, because I don't think I could do that again. Anyways, Scott called. Apparently he knew that I beat Winona, and that to me is kind of weird still. But another challenge overcome. But a new challenge emerges. I realized that I had no unique Pokemon with the 3 Poochyena and the 2 Linoons. A lot of water Pokemon. So I decided to take Numel on my Pokemon team. I don't know if that was a good idea or not.